What up guys, welcome to PHENOMSOUND. Right before we start, I would like to announce that my second Serum preset pack is now available on my Patreon shop. It's called Alchemy and it's a super cool blend of different genres, different soundings. I would call it the EDM All-Stars preset pack because I've tried to replicate the sound design techniques of Skrillex Noisia, Virtual Riot, Marauder, Leotrix and lots of different producers out there that have quite a unique style and sounding. So if you want to sound like those cool guys, go ahead and check the preview of the preset pack. I bet you will love it. And also, if you haven't got my first Serum preset pack, Cyber Jedi, yet, it's now available with a 30% discount. So go ahead and check my Patreon shop. If you got both those preset packs, I bet you don't need any other preset packs at all for at least a couple of years, because those sound really modern and fancy. So in this Alchemy preset pack, I've tried to replicate the supersonic sound from the Noisia and Skrillex hit song, and in today's video I would like to make a little walkthrough on its sound design and even on some of the music production and composing details that I would like to point out. That will help you to understand how these guys made such a hit. So let's quickly take a listen to the demo that I've just made. You can grab the FL Studio project of this remake on my Patreon page, as well as all of the Serum presets and samples from it. There is a really huge library of useful music production content on my Patreon page, so go ahead and check it out. It will be a really nice support for me and my channel. So the first part is my attempt to recreate the original drop, and the second one is my sort of a little drum and bass remix. Hope you like this part, and let's take a look at how this original drop was done. Here's the main lead of the song. And it's really super simple. As you can guess, it's the saw wave lead. Let's set the first oscillator to the sine wave, and the second one is going to be the default one. Set the unison on both oscillators at 2 and the detune 0.02. Set the first oscillator octave to -2 and the first one at +1. Move the level of the first one all the way up and the second one almost all the way up. Then we are going to FM from B on the first oscillator. This makes our sound much more interesting, and it sounds more like the Noisia and Skrillex thing to me, so I think they also have FM'd on the main lead. Set it at 28. And the most important part is to set the semitone to 4, because this drop is based on the 4th interval. Set it to the legato. Enable the noise and set it to the ARP white. Set the pitch at around 65%. And the level at around 30. And now let's make it much more interesting by adding the vibrato to the sound. I'm using any LFO that you like. Let's use the first one. Set it up like this. Set the rate at 1/16 and use it over here to automate the master tuning. Set it unipolar and select the LFO 1 and set the amount at 1. We need a really slight effect to stay in key and to not create too much of a detune. I think you agree that now it sounds much more organic and alive. Now let's use some affixes. We are going to be using a lot of them. Let's set up the hyperdimension like this. Then let's use a tiny distortion with the drive set at 40% to make it kind of saturated. Enable the flanger and set it at 60%. Next, turn on the phaser and set it at 40. And I like to add some space using the chorus with the depth set at around 13 milliseconds and the mix set at 30% or even 40. Enable the multiband compressor and set the gain at around 10 decibel. Let's low cut it using the EQ with this type of low pass filter. Set the frequency at around 1100. This is the exact information that we are needing from this sound. Let's add some more space and blur the sound out a bit using the delay and reverb affixes. Set the delay up like this. Set the frequency of the delay at 10,000 and the Q at 4.6. Set it to the ping pong. You can hear this tiny tail. And enable the reverb. Set the size and the decay at around 30% and 4 milliseconds. Set the high frequencies at 65% and the mix at 10%. We could reduce the decay a bit. And the size, like this. So this is our main lead. Let's add the bass layer. It's going to be really simple. I'm just using some random wavetable. For example, this Rhythm Mass 5 and setting the octave to -2. Set it to the legato. And what I like to do is to set it to mirror, and it suddenly becomes much more crispy. And you can apply this mirror to any wavetable and also control this mirror effect to move the wavetable's position to transform this effect to get lots of different sounds. and pick the most crispy and nice one that you like. Switch between different wavetables and stuff like that. Also, I'm enabling the sub bass and moving the octave to -2 and using a couple of fixes to finalize it. Setting the drive at around 80 and enabling the multiband compression. Setting the gain at around 12 decibel. And tweaking all those frequencies like this. And the melody of the bass is a bit different, while the lead is looking like this. The bass melody is a bit different on the third note, so here you go. So altogether it sounds like this. Love this second lead layer so much. It's extremely simple yet very atmospheric and adds so much harmonies to the whole drop. So it's played on one note. And basically it's the duplicated version of this main lead. Let's disable the first oscillator. Disable the noise. Set the semiton to 0. Disable all of the fixes except the chorus, compressor and the EQ. And add this nice little pitch sliding automation, which is looking like this. We are using the second LFO to automate the master tuning and setting it to -7. Let's make the slope really fast. And I'm moving it to different insert with a bit different post-processing. So altogether it sounds like this. You can hear that this pitch sliding effect makes it all much more interesting, and huge respect for the guy who added this particular layer, because it's just crazy move. So as separate component, all these sounds have quite simple melodies, but altogether it creates really so much harmony. I want to show you how it would look like and how it would sound if we put all these melodies that we've just created to a simple piano. So this is our bass layer. Then goes our fourth main lead. Fourth means that we are taking our root note and moving 1, 2, 3, 4 notes up. And we are also moving 2 octaves up and getting something like this. Then this little extra lead that is playing in the second part of the drop is playing on our root key, which is E, and it repeats the basic rhythm of the whole drop. So it's a really super cool way of building melodic EDM heavy drops. Just simply create a little interesting progression using the piano, then separate these notes on different sounds, put the lower layer on the bass, higher on the leads and stuff like that. And this is how you do the magic. So in my Alchemy preset pack, I've collected all of these sounds together in one preset and assigned 4 cool microcontrollers, and I really want you to check it out. So lots of crazy Serum presets like this one are available in my brand new Alchemy preset pack, so consider checking it out. You won't regret it, I can guarantee. Thank you so much for watching this video, hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to follow my Instagram page, hit like, subscribe to PHENOMSOUND to follow my latest sound design tutorials, and we will see you in my next video. Bye!